welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. And we're carrying on the theme here of Christmas wines. I'm doing prime rib, so the last episode we did was Syrahs from Washington State. They were really good Syrahs. I liked them a lot. I thought they were worth the money that they were charging. And as I've said many times before, and I'll say it again, people like to spend a little bit more on their wines that they buy for Christmas dinner. And it's just after years of being in the wine department, I've seen it happen year in and year out. So, you know, I'm not just blowing smoke here. I mean, it's what I've seen, and I think it's probably true everywhere. People get in a good spirit, they just like to spend a little extra money, and I like this time of year, as I've said many times. We have two really iconic Washington producers. These are red blends. I picked them both because they have a lot of Cab Franc in them. I was going to be curious to try them. Both Bear Winery out of Woodinville, I believe. Yeah, out of Woodinville, and FS Day out of Woodinville as well. They both garnered great scores from the wine critics. I'm not a big wine score guy. I grade the wines only because I want you to know how I feel about them. But, you know, this whole 100-point system, you know, it's kind of gotten out of whack, I think. I don't know. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the scoring system? This is the 2014 Bear Winery, B-A-E-R, Ursa is the name of this red wine. It is a 38% Merlot, 38% Cab Franc, 22% Cab Sauv, and 2% Malbec. And Bear Winery is really cool. They do a lot. They do these blends, and I've been very successful with them at the store. This rolls in at $43. $43. Bear Ursa. Very simple label. Let's see what we get on those. So $43 is not chump change. So this is where I really feel I can help. I help my customers. Is that wine worth it? I've steered customers away from wines that were expensive because I just didn't think they were worth the money. I carry them simply because people buy them. They want them. And, you know, if I don't have them, then I won't sell them. So, you know, there's a lot of wines out there that are high dollar that really are not worth it, in my opinion. But I can't stop. It's your money. You do what you want with it. I'm not going to stop you. Let's see what we get on the nose. Interesting. A little bit of like wood. Definitely cherries. I'm getting a little bit of vanilla mocha in the background. I'm getting like wood shavings. That's what I'm getting. You know, like you walk by a site, a chipper, you know, and they have the wood shavings on the site, but old wood, not brand new wood. Cherries, just this pinch of raspberry on the back end. And maybe a little bit of tobacco. Let's see what we get on the palate. Solid wine. Solid. Nice blackberry currant notes coming through. Didn't get that on the nose, which I always find interesting. Sometimes the nose doesn't match the palate. I am getting blackberries. I can taste the Cab Franc. Now, Cab Franc out of the Loire Valley gets a real vegetal component, almost like salad. You get asparagus and radicchio and all those kind of green elements coming through on a Cab Franc. This doesn't have that, but you can kind of get the sense of it. It's like it's there hiding in the background, and it just gives it a little more depth and complexity. I like that a lot. Nice, easy tannins. I got a good tobacco hit near the back of the mid palate into the finish, and that is still going through. And the tobacco is just a touch green from that Cab Franc. This is a well-made wine. This is really solid. This is a, what did I say, was it 2014? 14 was a good vintage in Washington State. Some feel that 13 and 15 were a little bit better, but it's still a good vintage, and they're really high on 18. Just make that a mental note that 2018 appears to be a stellar vintage in Washington State. Solid wine, smooth, but has edginess to the tannins. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is ageable, my friends. This will age easily 10 to 15 years. I really like the way that kind of tobacco kind of eases in on the backside. Solid fruit, nice blackberry, a little bit of red raspberry coming through in there, sneaking in there. I like it a lot. I'm going to go B+, A- on that wine. Solid wine, worth all of $43. By the way, if you are one of my homies here on the island, I have a really good deal on this right now at the store. I bought it on a case deal. I think got it down to 34 bucks or 35 bucks. So that's a steal for that. If you want a great prime rib wine, that would be perfect. But I would get 2 bottles, have it with prime rib this year, then put it away for a couple years because it is going to get even better. B+, A-, like that wine. Let's move on. Got to meet Mike Fiore, winemaker for FSD. FSD is a winery out of Woodinville. It's a play off of the last names of the owners. It's a family-operated winery. This is called Nana. It's a blend. This is let's see. Let's go through the process here. 2015 FSD Nana, Red Willow Vineyard, Merlot Cab Franc, Yakima Valley. This rolls in at $44. And I believe you can only get this from the winery or in a restaurant. It's not available in retail, but you can get in their wine club. They would love that if you feel you need to. Let's see what we get on the nose. Now this shows more of the Cab Franc than the Ursa did. I get that little bit of a vegetal component coming through, a little bit of green twigs, that sort of thing. Definitely currants and tobacco. A little bit of dark cherry coming through as well. Let's see what we get on the palate. Again, solid wine. Solid wine. This is more fruit driven than the Ursa. This is more open knit, meaning it's ready, it is actually closer to being ready to drink. I still think it has good structure though, so you probably could age this one easily 5 more years. Nice cherry currant on the red currant side though, on the palate. Good acidity, I like that. So that's a nice blend of acidity and fruit coming through. Nice tannins. They're structured but very approachable. Right on the back side, just like the other one, it's not a predominant part of the flavor profile, but you get that green, veggie sort of thing coming through. A little bit of celery, asparagus, Brussels sprout sort of thing coming through. Not offensive though. It's just barely there, but it adds dimension to the wine. The tannins are nice and dry. I'm getting a real dryness on the mouth. I almost want food with this one. I almost want to reach up there and grab a piece of cheese from the counter because these tannins are dry. But once again, I get that, and I'm getting a little tobacco on the backside. Nice long finish. Very solid wine. What was that? I was getting so excited I lost my breath. Anyway, very nice wine. Good value. I think, if you're going to spend a little extra money, I would seek this out. If you're living near Woodinville, lucky you. You can just go down to their tasting room and buy some. Good wine. Still, the finish is still going. Yes. I'm going to go straight up A minus on that. I think the Ursa will eventually, after another 5 years, might get to an A minus A wine. But I'm thinking B plus A minus is a solid grade for that one. And this A minus is very solid for this wine. I really like this wine. And $44 if you want to spend a little bit of extra at Christmas for your prime rib dinner, this would be a good one. I think this could go with ham as well, because the tannins, they're dry, but it's not a super huge wine. Neither one of these are, so they could probably go with ham as well, I would venture to say. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day. I appreciate it very much. Make a comment. Do you like these episodes? Is there something you want to see more? Actually, both these wines had the wine grapes on the back, which I really like. Thank you very much, FSD and Bear. We love that as a consumer. And I've gotten many comments saying, yes, we want to see the grapes on the back of the wine. So keep that in mind. Hook up with me on Instagram, Stan the Wine Man, and Twitter, Stan the Wine Man. Hit the subscribe button. I'm getting more subscribers. I'm loving it. I hope you're enjoying these. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.